Welcome to Beyond the Barrier, the podcast where we explore the wild world of public safety, fire, law enforcement, EMS, and security with your hosts, Jake, Corwin, and Joe. We're here to break down the barriers and go beyond the usual topics, from heroic tales of first responders to the latest tech in the security industry. We've got you covered, so buckle up and get ready for a ride that's sure to be as exciting as a high-speed chase, but with less sirens. Let's jump beyond the barrier and see what's on the other side.
Welcome back to Beyond the Barrier, everyone. This is going to be another minisode for you all. In this minisode, we are going to talk about augmented security. We'll get into exactly what that is in just a moment. To start off, if you'd like to hear more from us, be sure to check out our full-length podcast. If you'd like us to talk about something, you can contact us at beyondthebarrier1@gmail.com. And if you have some artwork you'd like to submit to us, maybe we'll use it in one of our show posts. You can submit that at beyondthebarrier1@gmail.com. And if you'd like to help support us, consider checking us out at Patreon/beyondthebarrier. So, augmented security. Well, I think everybody knows that the security industry has faced a lot of challenges here recently, and that biggest challenge is a shortage of people to fill those roles. And I say shortage, but it has actually turned into a full-on crisis, basically. With crime rates at an all-time high in recent years, there's just not enough people to fill those roles. And the pricing to hiring a security officer has gone up immensely. So it's really hard for companies to, we'll say, efficiently patrol and protect and deter their properties. Another challenge that has come up recently is the alarm systems at businesses. You know, there's really no verification for those alarms. And the Department of Justice released a statistic that says over 95% of alarm system activations are false alarms. That is absolutely insane. 95%, over 95%. So not only is that taking up security officers' resources, if that company even has physical security, it's also taking law enforcement away from other responsibilities to respond to these false alarms. And, you know, that's all they are, is false alarms. So because of those high numbers of false alarms, law enforcement and other public services have started to charge these businesses for, you know, these multiple false alarm responses. And so it's made them look down other avenues. And that avenue we're going to talk about is called augmented security. And what that is, a lot of people are going to think, you know, they're just replacing us with cameras or motion sensors or whatever. And to a degree, yeah, I guess you could say that's true. But that's what that's what we're ultimately here to debate, right? Is this needed? So augmented security, what is it? So I'm just going to give you guys the example that the article that I read gave. So the example from this article is you have a security guard at a zoo. All right, it's a very large complex, and there's only one security guard. So how do you get this very large complex? How is this one security guard able to cover the whole thing? Well, he's not. He can't. It's just impossible. So how do you help him? Well, you get this augmented security, or you implement augmented security, and they help by deploying, using cameras, access control systems, environmental sensors, and the cloud to help this one security guard. So here's the example that the article gives. I'll just read it. Let's imagine the overnight security guard at a large zoo. With a network of cameras and environmental sensors, the job has been transformed. While the guard is patrolling the expansive, dark grounds of the zoo, a team of professional monitoring agents is actively monitoring the rest of the premises for potential threats. The remote team can take action for a threat on the opposite side of the park by talking down through speakers, dispatching police, and more. And the guard, from an app on their phone, also has visibility to exactly what's happening. The visibility is further augmented by a network of environmental sensors, which alert them to real-time everything from unexpected sound in the monkey house to rising temperatures in the penguin zone. So to kind of sum that up, they're saying this augmented security, it can help that, maybe not just one, maybe, place has, 5 or 6 security officers, but it's just not enough. So I'm not sure how this is being implemented yet. Like if there's, third-party companies that do this. Actually, I know there is third-party companies that do this. But whether you're implementing this within your corporation or your organization yourself, and you're hiring people to monitor your cameras and sensors or whatever, or you're hiring a third-party organization to do it for you, the question is, one, is it going to fill that gap of the low numbers and census with hiring security officers and security guards? And two, is this ultimately there to replace these people? Is it going to become to a point where a facility is completely covered by cameras and sensors and monitors and whatever, to where they don't need need physical security? There's a lot of what ifs, or, the question I have here is, how much can it actually help? Will it actually help? I really think that it is something that organizations should look into. That doesn't mean that they should completely get rid of their physical security, because, regardless of how many cameras and monitors and sensors you have, there's just things that, that stuff cannot do that a physical security officer can. I think it's another emerging new piece of, we'll call it a piece of equipment that will greatly aid in the security industry and being able to secure a property for a customer, client, or your own organization. I think it will tremendously help those officers that are out there working, and ultimately probably keep them safer as well. I get a lot of people say, I don't want someone watching me 24 hours, whatnot. And I agree, I don't want someone watching me either. But that comes down to your leadership and ensuring that those individuals that are working at that capacity of the augmented security aren't abusing it. And if they are, holding those individuals accountable. I think this is a really, really good piece of equipment that will further the industry and better keeping people safe, keeping property safe, and bringing down that those high crime statistics. Because, obviously, if you're able to deter people more efficiently, those statistics should come down. But yeah, so I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this, what you think about this augmented security. I know I keep murdering that. Let me know what you guys think about it. I will leave the link for the article in the show notes. That's all I got for you guys this minisode. Like I said at the beginning, if you'd like to get more from us, make sure you check out our full-length podcast. That is all I have for you guys. If you'd like to contact us, reach out to us. Contact us at beyondthebarrier1@gmail.com. Stay safe out there, and we will catch you guys on the next one.
And that's a wrap for another episode of Beyond the Barrier. We hope you enjoyed diving deep into the world of public safety, fire, law enforcement, EMS, and security with us. Your trusty hosts, Jake, Joe, and Corwin. If you liked what you heard, make sure to subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to follow us on social media for even more exclusive content and behind-the-scenes look at our guests and topics. But for now, it's time to put down the walkie-talkies and hang up the handcuffs. We'll catch you next time on Beyond the Barrier, where we'll continue to break down barriers and explore the exciting world of first responders and security professionals. Stay safe out there.